source of American democracy. From the contributions of the past come the principles of the present.
See anything, Keel?
No. No sign at all.
That's good.
Well, let's start back down.
Yeah.
Hey, you married yet, Paladin?
No. I guess I move around too much for that.
Well, you ought to see the fine family I got back at Fort Lincoln.
Yeah?
Wife and 4 kids.
Well, good for you.
And this is my last field trip. Next week I go out. I plan to get a piece of land and teach those kids of mine how to live off it.
Where are you going now?
Rejoin the battalion on Rosebud Creek.
Not far from here?
Oh, a half a day.
Who's your command now?
George Custer. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, I remember him. What about you, Mr. Dolan? It's a dangerous country to be traveling in.
I'm here on a personal matter.
Oh?
Hunting a kid and a girl, a soldier boy.
Is that right?
And the girl and I are supposed to be married, but this boy made off with her. I traced him to this area.
I see.
Sure got a score to settle with him.
Well, if I run into him, I'll give him your regards.
Home, Captain.
You mind if we still tag along with you, Captain?
Suit yourself. Well, good luck to you, Paladin. Say hello to San Francisco for me.
I'll do that. I watched Captain Keogh and his men leave. He and I had been in the war together. If it hadn't been for the business of the Carver boy, I'd have ridden on with him. When I was sure they couldn't see me, I edged around the rock toward Carver. Only the girl was there. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
I'm right in back of you, Paladin. Huh? Don't try anything.
Give yourself up, Carver.
Maybe you ought to, Henry.
Don't talk like that. Get moving, Paladin.
You're in my way.
I'll step aside. Get on your horse.
All right. Give me that rifle.
No!
You killed him.
Ah, he'll live. He's not shot.
Oh, what are you going to do with us?
I'm going to save you from yourselves, if I can.
Say, here's a question I'd like to put to you. How much do you appreciate the things that make life just a little easier? For instance, take the way our teenage gals dress for a Saturday night dance. All glamorous like just regular walk-in fashion plates. And when they get to the dance, there's a super combo waiting to give out with the music. But let's go back a spell. Around 1790, and see what the teenage gals were wearing then for a weekend get-together. It's Sunday afternoon, and the gals are attending a rare social gathering. Every last one of them is dressed in a plain, homemade, linsey-woolsey dress dyed with butternut or walnut juice. And there isn't a frill or a bright-colored ribbon to be seen. They don't cotton to such doodads in 1790. Of course, they all bought their spinning wheels and looms with them, and while they sit and talk, their fingers kept busy. There's stockings to be made for everybody in the family, mittens and shawls for the winter, maybe a pot holder or two to protect Mother's hands from the homemade iron pots. And what do they talk about? Mostly about the time when they'll get married and have their own families to take care of. And sometimes when the Indians pull a surprise attack on the fort, the gals are called out to take their place at the stockade to keep the muskets loaded, or maybe fire one themselves. Yeah, that's what a weekend date meant to the gals in 1790. But to them, it was just part of the routine. Because like their folks, they worked and fought so living would be easier in the future that you're now protecting.
You might as well have turned me over to that captain this morning.
It's not the same as giving yourself up.
I'm not giving myself up.
Can't you see it's not his fault? He didn't just run away. I begged him to help me.
He was in the service. It was his duty to stay there.
Duty. Beating the scrub for a handful of disorganized Indians? Becky was being forced into marrying that old Coop Dolan. You saw him, the kind of a man he is.
He's still deserted.
Mr. Paladin, there's something you should know.
Oh, don't bother, Becky. It won't make any difference to him.
We're married, Mr. Paladin. The day after we ran away.
Well, my best wishes to you, Miss Carver. However, your husband's right. That doesn't make any difference. Now, wait a minute. Hold up.
What now?
Looks like there was a camp here not long back.
Indians?
I don't know.
What is it?
Canteen. Stamped 7th U.S. Cavalry.
The 7th?
Yeah. It's your outfit, Corporal. From the look of it, it was a large group. Larger than Keogh's. Well, let's get out of here.
Oh, what is it? What are you listening?
Do you hear it?
You're what?
I don't know. A rumbling in the ground. Like a lot of horses or distant thunder. I don't know. Let's go.
Why are you so worried, Mr. Paladin?
What makes you think I am?
I've been watching you. Ever since you heard that sound, you've changed. Like something's bothering you.
Paladin, look.
What?
That horse. On top of that ridge over there.
Yeah, I see him. Hey, he's got a saddle on him. Let's ride up there.
Yeah.
Come on, boy.
Maybe his owner's foraging.
Maybe.
He's just barely moving.
Paladin, that's a cavalry saddle.
Yeah, wait a minute. That's Captain Keogh's horse. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, now, boy. Here now. Here, boy. Comanche. Easy. Easy, boy.